What's up, folks? Casual Dad here, back from my decently long road trip away. You may have noticed that my content kind of petered out there because I was traveling for a few weeks, but I came back all excited to do my guide for Gosar, Supreme Commander Gosar, and the kind of deck building guide for him, which is coming. But then I come back and I just get ready to sit down, and then what a live stream. Oh man. Okay, so I'm going to cover the basic announcements from the live stream in some detail and talk a little bit about what's coming for the 5-year anniversary of Warhammer Combat Cards. Now, if you didn't get a chance to watch the stream, even after this, I still definitely recommend that you do watch it, assuming you watch this before the stream, because it was really sweet. It wasn't just kind of breakdowns and what's going on. It was also Harry left alone once again because Tom was struck down by the curse of Nurgle. Just kind of talking through what this game has meant to him and what being a part of it for 5 years has meant to him as well. And he talked a lot about how much he enjoyed being involved with the community, chatted really well with the people who were on the Twitch chat talking to him too. So it was really nice. So I didn't see any tears, but there were comments about tears, and you could kind of feel it got emotional, which was, again, really nice. So happy to cover it. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in, and I did take some notes I'll have to reference here, but hopefully I can keep it at a nice, decent clip. So again, we are just starting the 5-year anniversary of Warhammer Combat Cards, which is really cool, and the celebration is going to coincide with the new season that starts on Monday, August 5th. And right here you can see a very detailed roadmap of all of the things. And I haven't double checked, but I hope that my face isn't too far over this so you can see it all the way to the end. This starts on Monday the 5th, at least it's Monday the 5th for me, and then it goes all the way through the 16th of August. And that is all the days through it. It's a 11-day event total. But a couple really good key things to highlight, and I've got some chat over this because this is literally a screenshot of the image from the Twitch stream. So first of all, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different individual campaigns running 2 days each, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, 11 to 12, and then the 13th. The first one is curated by the community, which is a really cool thing I hadn't gotten a comment on yet, where the actual Discord members were asked to put in their submissions for a deck. So the ones that met the approval for the Assault on Black Reach are actually going to be the ones that we play against, which is cool. So really awesome that they did that. Cool to see it. Please do shout out if your deck does appear. I'd love to give you a personal highlight if your deck is one that made the cut. It'd be cool to actually get a list of that to shout out the decks and the individuals that did them. That'd be fun. But then Dark Vengeance is curated by Play on Tabletop, who, if I'm not mistaken, did actually curate one of the campaigns before, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it may be a different crew, and shame on me for not knowing that. But then Deathstorm, starting on the 9th, is curated by Shinto Bean, and then the campaign starting on August 11th, Dark Imperium, is curated by me. They actually asked me to make a campaign for this to design all the decks to run through it, and I did. And I'm really excited to talk about it more. And I'm going to roll out a video talking about the process, how it worked, and what I put into those decks the day it goes live, or the day before, we'll see. And then I will actually do a playthrough of it and see if I can actually beat my own campaign shortly after that. So next up, there is a new releases, if you saw that already. That is the Wild Cards, and we're going to talk about that, but super spoilers on that. It is a way where you can actually choose which of your cards you level, which is awesome. We're looking at a game that's 5 years in. It's got a pretty rapid clip release schedule, so there's a constant stream of new cards coming in. And as someone who's played the game for a long time, I still feel really behind on the card collection, let alone card level, especially if they're new cards. If I'm getting a new legendary now, I'm very excited about it, but I don't expect to be able to actually use it outside of max level events for quite a while. So that is a really cool thing, which will really let me expand what I'm able to play with and test out, so I'm pumped about it. But we'll talk about that in detail in a minute. Next up, from the 7th, August 7th through August 13th, is going to be a 5-time reward bonus, and that is anytime you open a pack, one of those skull packs of the timed, like 3, 8, however many hours packs, it will be 5 times the typical reward, so the rewards will be huge. So if you saved a bunch of plasma up to now, this will be a really good time to spend it to go ahead and make the timer on those packs faster. So to encourage people to play during all this and really get people kind of in the game for that period. Next up, the giveaways for each of the 5 individual campaigns. Each one is going to include one of 5 new characters, new significant cards, and we'll look at some of them in a minute, that will be launched with each as the rewards. And really cool thing here, some of them are legendary, some of them are epic, but every single one you will get enough copies of if you play through the reward track to get to level 5. Which is good for a brand new legendary dropping on the board, so that is pretty cool. And then this bottom line, you may have missed it, but I want to make sure to highlight this. From the 5th through the 10th, all Lords of War cards are going to be added to the general rewards pool. So any packs you open during that time, any rewards you get during that time could include Lords of War, whether you have a copy already or not. So that is awesome. And then from the 11th through the 15th, or excuse me, 11th through the 16th, so the final day of the event, all Supreme Commanders will be added to the general pool. So any rewards you get could include Supreme Commanders, which is phenomenal. And one of the cool things about that is during this event, if you get even one level of any one of these, then it will be added to your pool, and you'll be able to use wild cards to upgrade them too. So this is not just a way to get the cards, but a way to actually get them leveled up fairly quickly in the future too. So all about it. Let's see if I missed anything there. I don't think I did, but that's pretty freaking exciting. So let's dig into some of these releases a little bit more. So wild cards. Now they're going to be by rarity or by faction or both. And you'll get copies of these, which you can then convert to actually turn them into copies of cards in your collection. And so you can pick a card, like say right here, you can pick a card and then choose to convert some of your wild cards into copies of cards for this guy. So you can use your faction rewards cards or your rarity rewards cards and turn them in to get copies of this card to unlock it, which is it's really cool. It remains to be seen exactly how the transfer conversion rate is. So what it is, it's not necessarily one card to 1-to-1, right? So I don't think it's one wild card per one card of the card, but it may be. I'd have to double check that, and I'd have to rewatch the stream, so we'll see. But yeah, super cool. I'm really excited about that. Drop rate depending, that may or may not make a huge impact, but it's a way where you can choose which of your cards level up over time, which is awesome. Super exciting. So you have that epic card you've been sitting on forever because you can't get it to level 9. This will help get you there. So that's really cool. I may have missed this too. I don't know if it's going to be affected by clan dedication, but I assume it would be. So if your clan has a specific dedication, your odds of getting wild cards for that faction should be higher, right? But yeah, so this is the new UI you'll be able to see to use these, and there's also a button right here. And so you can either go to the card itself and click on that button to view what wild cards you have available that could upgrade this, or you can see, you can actually go to the wild cards tab and start from there, right? Where you click on a wild card and then kind of choose which cards you can convert over to get copies of. So super cool. Really excited about that. I don't think I missed anything there. Nah. This Frig over here got the giveaway and was very excited, so good job. Chat was very active. It was a fun, chatty stream. So again, you should watch it if you get the chance. Looking at a couple of the new cards, this is a new Carnifex, which I really love Carnifexes, and I think this is enough now that we have 3 Carnifexes, which lets you run an all Carnifex deck, plus whatever Gribblies you want to power it up. But I love the idea of just the walking wall, the classic Tyranid monstrosities. And I forget what I think he said, the T-Rex guns, the little T-Rex guns over here was a fun touch. But the combination of Berserk and Regen has me very excited. And you can see at the upper end, it doesn't have the most phenomenal attack stats, but looking at some of the Tyranid Warlords and looking at some of the really good traits you can have with that many hit points, it's still a very powerful piece and comes in at a decent price point. As it is, the melee looks a little bit low to me to start out, but it does also have ranged, which is a nice combo to have. And it competes pretty aggressively with something like Old One Eye. So yeah, love it. Curious to see it in play, because I almost never use the 60-point Carnifex because it's just too expensive for what it brings, but I love it. I want to, just always end up replacing it when I put it in a deck. And I didn't get all of these. This guy was described as a mini Rodigus, because it's another epic chaos card that has Psionic Blast and Poison. It is epic, so it only has Psionic Blast level 2, but it has primary trait Poison, so it can go up to Poison rank 4, which is really scary. So at level 9, this sucker does the AoE Blast that will poison every opponent's card on the board at the start of your turn for Poison rank 3. Or up to Poison rank 4, actually. But at level 9, it'll be Poison rank 3. There we go. So really good. Balance point, I'm always... There's the point right there. Problem with, and game drama, appropriately named, pop the comment in there. Problem within those cards is that, like, Rodigus gets playable after level 10, which is true. But then if you want to invest in these cards and use them in your decks, then which cards you choose to level can be your epics. Epics are going to be a prime target for this leveling strategy because those level very, very slowly relative to others. And they only really stand out when they get those secondary traits, for the most part. Yeah, so I'm thinking from a balance perspective, I'm a little iffy on this combination of Psionic Blast and Poison. It seems extremely powerful, but then so many decks are out there with really high hit points and other things in there. This is a really nice balance. It's another way to kind of push back against shield spam, which is great, and push back against Akaran. So it's another big bad that could kind of push back the current meta choice, right? So if you're playing the PvP campaign right now, you're seeing a lot of shielded Space Marines, and so stuff like this is a way to push back on that. But there's counterplay to it too, because even a high rank poison isn't going to cost you the game, but it's definitely something to watch out for. So I'm excited for this. Like to have it. And then this is just one I grabbed a snapshot of. I didn't get all of them. And actually, I do need to rewind a bit. Let me just Control 7, 10, this guy. I did want to go ahead and highlight that the next battle pass is going to be White Scars themed, and so there are going to be quite a few White Scars cards added. But as a bonus, let me check my notes. The battle pass includes 12 different legendary warlords. So as you complete the battle pass, some of them are available on the free side, and all of the White Scars cosmetics are on the free side too, which is really nice. It's a premium battle pass that I'm almost certainly going to pick up, but it's really, really cool that some really good rewards are on the free side too. So check it out. Let's see, and then let's go through this guy. Pretty standard Marine, and look, more shields. This is one guy who'd be really good with Guilliman, who I heard Harry say Guilliman, and that's easier to say than I've been saying before, so that's how I'm going to say it from now on. More shields in Space Marines, more shields in Ultramarines, but it's a cool captain. I did want to tweak his nose a bit, because the joke is always that there's an infinite number of Space Marine lieutenants, and this is a Space Marine captain. I don't even know what to do with that. How many captains can you run? Probably a lot. Bonus on this guy, note that his max level hit points are pretty low, so that he's very vulnerable to poison, which I appreciate. Also, his ranged attack is tiny, so he's really a melee threat, so he's sort of balanced out. Does come in with that low cost, so very good with Guilliman for the efficiency, but is definitely somewhat flexible, but still a little bit one-dimensional, since he's very much a melee character with Furious Charge, with shields. So probably going to make an impact, but it's going to be kind of a support piece, not something you build your deck around, which I kind of like. One thing I missed, though, I did not catch Cato Sicarius, who is pretty cool. He looks pretty good. And then this guy, whose name I can never remember, but I'm really excited about, because he was one of the coolest models ever to come out of the Chaos faction. Really loved that guy when he came on release. And also, he's a really nice, I believe, 33-point, nicely stat-balanced, inspiring presence for Chaos. So I'm really excited to get that guy, too. And he comes out in the Play on Tabletop Dark Vengeance campaign day, so pretty excited there. But yeah, of course, watch out for Shinto Bean's content talking about his Deathstorm campaign, and watch for my content about the Dark Imperium campaign that I'm running. So really exciting. Hope you get a chance to check out the Battle Pass. Super pumped for next week, and expect more content soon. Cheers.